Defending champions Waitakere Utd hosted fourth place qualifiers Canterbury Utd in the first leg of the ASB Premiership semi-finals. All present took the chance to reflect on the recent tragic earthquake in Christchurch, an event that definitely put football's place in the scheme of things into perspective. Canterbury finished fourth after Thursday's late winner at Auckland City, but were rocked back themselves within minutes at Fred Taylor Park. Ryan DeFrace picking up on a defensive glitch to round Tom Batty and slot home with ease. 3 minutes later, the home side doubled their lead. The visitors failed to deal effectively with Waitakere's pressure approach from a corner, allowing Dakota Lucas to find space on the edge of the box. The young striker seized on Jake Butler's through ball and applied the finish. Any hopes Canterbury had of a quick recovery from this setback were dashed 3 minutes later when an incisive Lucas run played in raiding right back Aaron Scott. This was real nosebleed territory for the defender, but he celebrated like a man who hadn't scored a goal for 3 years. Funny that. Lacking the drive shown on Thursday, the Southerners seemed to have no answer to the waves of Waitakere attack and conceded a fourth on the quarter-hour mark. Ryan DeFrace with his second of the match, and no one in the ground could quite believe what they were seeing. The visitors finally got an effort of their own away with this Aaron Clapham free kick. But it was simply a blip in what was the Waitakere Utd show, and 5 minutes from half-time, the champions racked up a fifth. Dakota Lucas with his second of the half, and there wasn't really much Coach Neil Emblem could say at the break that the scoreboard wasn't saying already. Waitakere would have started the second half the way they finished the first, but for the timely intervention of Tom Batty's left boot. Batty again came to the rescue as Lucas bore down on goal, meaning this time the advantage rule hadn't worked to his, well, advantage. While former All-White Gareth Rowe was the only thing stopping Martin Bullock knocking in Waitakere's sixth. The Southerners finally found some space out wide to let Gagame Feni loose, but Russell Kamo could only knock his cross into the grasp of Waitakere's stopper Andy Ralph. The home side were not to be denied their half dozen, and again the supply line came from a set piece. Chris Bale's innocuous-looking chip had the defence flapping, and Alan Pearce was unlikely to miss from 6 yards out. To their credit, Canterbury kept battling, and skipper Clapham soon had their best chance of the match. Not much more he could have actually done, and that little bit of luck every team needs just wasn't there. But any thoughts that Canterbury would simply go through the motions for the last 10 minutes were laid to rest when right back Nick Whittlebore started and finished an attacking move of rare fluency. The defender finished with some aplomb and at least registered something for his team's efforts. Waitakere's substitute Zane Soul then chanced his arm from distance, while Dakota Lucas was lurking in the hunt for his hat-trick. Soul watched agonised as his shot hit the post, while Lucas managed to ping his calf in the follow-up. But this afternoon of surprises was not over just yet. Canterbury clawed back a second through Tom Schwartz, and both benches were asking questions of their teams with 5 minutes left. There was still time for Canterbury sub Danny Atwell to find his way into referee Chris Kerr's notebook after this fairly hefty challenge. Despite Canterbury scoring what would usually be 2 valuable away goals, Waitakere had put themselves in a commanding position for the second leg and within touching distance of hosting the grand final. At Fred Taylor Park, it finished Waitakere United 6, Canterbury United 2.